Hi, it's Omar Devitt here from Premier Sports. We're proud to be teaming up with Goal as official partners of Jersey Day 2025. As you can see, I'm joined by legendary Republic of Ireland goalkeeper Shay Given. Shay, what is this work of art?
It is. I think it was designed by a 6-year-old, would you believe? But it's my international debut, of course. Probably the proudest jersey I have in my collection, for sure. Made my debut at 19, and this was the fashion back.
19 years of age.
This was the fashion back then, Owen.
So who were you playing? What was the setup?
Yeah, it was March '96, and Mick McCarthy's first game in charge as well, actually. Made my debut. I think Alan Kelly and Packy Bonner were both injured, and I think he could have went for probably an older, more experienced goalkeeper, but I was on loan at the time at Sunderland doing well, and he says, let's give this young man from Donegal an opportunity.
Oh, that must have been incredible. To be starting a new era as well. Obviously, Jack had been around for so long, a new manager coming in. So
yeah, I was involved in the 21s, of course, before that, but never at the senior level. And this jersey you cherish because it's your first jersey, your first cap. You never know if there's going to be another one. That's at 19. That's the headspace you're in. To represent your country. And this is the very first jersey, my very first cap. I was lucky enough to go on and make 134 caps, but at the time you don't realise if this is the first and last, and players have come and gone and not played so many. So it was a very, obviously, proud moment. My family and friends, there's busloads coming down from Donegal to watch the game. So it was a special occasion for me personally, as much as it was for Mick, of course, his first game in charge.
Do you have any standout memory of the day?
Probably lots, probably a lot of nervousness as well, a lot of excitement, trying to sort tickets out for everyone as well. I remember my dad saying, don't look up at the crowd, you line up the national anthem and stuff. He said, don't look up, whatever you do, because, just focus on your game. And lined up, the first thing I done was look up, because I suppose a little bit as well, you want to take in this sort of occasion when the national anthem's getting sung and the tricolours, up, and you're singing the national anthem and stuff. So it's because again, going to games with my dad, I would have been there as a fan as much as anything. Seeing these players who now I'm getting changed alongside of Roy Keane, Paul McGrath, Andy Townsend, Niall Quinn, and John Aldridge, and not that long ago I was getting their autographs at the team hotel. So I felt like I maybe was in the wrong lineup or something, but it was very special. To pull on this jersey and to play for Ireland.
It's great that you still cherish that one as much as the rest of them. You played in major tournaments, World Cups, Euros, all that, but it's still the first cap has got to be so special.
Because when you pull it on, if you can see the size of it, it's I think XXL it is. I've just checked this morning. And
it is. It's more of a jumper than
more like a 3-man tent actually. But I think it was, the guys before me were a bit bigger than me and a bit maybe broader, and I was drafted in lastminute.com, so it was back in the day when the kitman says one size fits all, so they're a bit more fitted now. But as I say, you don't know when it's, if it's your first and last, but it was a very exciting day for sure.
Can you, going back a bit further, can you remember your first jersey as a kid?
Yeah, it probably would have been a Celtic jersey growing up. I'm from Donegal, and a lot of Celtic fans, of course. Packy Bonner was, Celtic great, of course, and I think it was the green and white hoops. I don't know if it was a birthday present or a hand-me-down. I can't exactly remember, but I remember the green and white of Celtic being passed to me. And again, obviously, there's huge connections with Donegal and Glasgow Celtic, and of course with Ireland in general as well with Glasgow Celtic. So that was my first. It wasn't actually a goalie top. It was a green and white hoop top, actually. Yeah.
You were dreaming of playing outfield at that stage?
I was centre forward at the time, I think. Really? Yeah. So top goal scorer from my school, I might add on, just if anybody's interested. But
humble brag.
Yeah. That's what I get that
in. Did you go in for swapping when you became a professional footballer?
Yeah.
As your career went on? Did you go in for swapping jerseys with opponents?
I didn't do it with loads, but I've done it with some of the big ones. Yeah.
You
get excitable, and the greats of like Buffon and Casillas and even Toldo and Peter Schmeichel. Some of the brilliant goalkeepers of years gone by. And yeah, I've got a few of them at home, yeah.
Is that really, that's a particularly done thing with goalkeepers, is it? You'd go to your opposite number?
Yeah, I think I only swapped once with an outfield player. I think it was Mario Balotelli actually wanted to swap with me after one of the games. Obviously knowing Mario from Man City days. But yeah, probably the best swap I have. Casillas is probably up there because, he's the captain of Spain and they won the Euros and they won the World Cup, which is the highlight. But for me personally, it's probably Peter Schmeichel. I grew up, sort of looking up to him a lot. And I remember, if you remember, he played for Aston Villa for a short period of time, and Steve Staunton knew how excitable I was around Peter Schmeichel and what he meant to me. He was a great of his time and probably still is. And stand at him teed up before the game if if Peter gets a chance, could he maybe swap? Because he came back and I was lucky enough to play against him for Newcastle. And not only give me his jersey, give me his gloves and everything. So they were sort of hung up on the wall and nearly sort of a shrine at home to Peter Schmeichel. But it was amazing for me to get his jersey. Yeah.
I'm sure you'd encourage everyone to wear a jersey for Jersey Day 2025. They don't even have to be as colourful as that, but it helps, Shay.
Well, you won't miss me walking down Grafton Street wearing this, would you? But no, it's obviously a great cause, and yeah, get your jerseys out. It's great to see plenty of colour. I think I've got every colour under the sun. No matter who you support, the colour's probably on this top. But yeah, it's fantastic.